is young and passionate about issues that young people are facing in regards to mental health, and he's just going to talk about how we can tackle it and become better.
Everybody doing? Brad, come on. We're nearly finished. So, funny enough, actually, I was sitting there last night and actually prepared a speech for this, which I've never done in my entire life of speaking, so God knows why. So just to keep it short, otherwise we will be here till Sunday. So I'm going to try to keep it short. I prepared a speech for today, and a poem as well, so I've done something different. But overall, I just want to thank everybody who's been involved so far, especially Samaritans. I know on a Saturday you're really taking the time out to come here and to share what is very, very valuable to every single person here, including myself. And for Doctor as well, who came in a little bit late, truly thankful for your contribution. I know you had other engagements and it was kind of last minute when we reached out to you, but definitely the content you provided has been nothing short of exceptional. And likewise for yourself as well, it's been absolutely fantastic, so thank you. And thank you to everybody that is here. Without you guys being here, this is completely pointless. But the biggest message and the biggest thing I'm taking from this is, we really want to make it normal to talk about these things. And that's one of the passionate things that we did when we started with Miint Talks. It is about making positive voices louder and really limiting the negative voices. We live in a society where sometimes through social media, the negative things seem to be more popular. As they say, gossip can spread quicker than a wildfire. It genuinely does. And the positive things need to be spoken about more, because there's people that are living lives and they're going through personal trouble and they just need a positive voice. They just need to be heard. And as we're talking about that as well, I'm really, really excited about Samaritans, and I'd really advise anybody, whatever you're going through personally, to reach out to them, because they're really good at what they do. A lot of us think superheroes and people who's going to help you is the star that you see on Instagram or the person who has 1 million views on YouTube and things like that. It's day-to-day people that will save your life. I've really understood that over the past few years, especially this year alone, that it's regular people that you'll have a conversation with on a daily basis, which will make a difference to your life. So stop looking for the knight in shining armour, look to the people close to you, look at the environment that you're in. Now, funny enough, Samaritans are really good at their job, and one of the key things is I spoke with Mary, who was the initial point of contact I had, and the first time she called me and thought, this is how good they really are. I only realised this last night, how effective the advice they gave me was. So we spoke with Mary. I was actually in the car with my friend Jason, and we spoke for 20 minutes. And in that entire 20 minutes, I think I spoke for 19 minutes. She just asked me 2 or 3 questions, and I was speaking, and funny enough, I said things which I haven't spoken about in such a long time. Things that I went through at the age of 19 that I haven't spoken about. I think Jason was beside me and he was just like, what's this guy saying? Because he heard me say things that I haven't even told him. And only last night I was sitting there and saying, wow, it literally, even I was bottling things up. And I felt such a relief. So it is important talking about it. Genuinely is. It's a true sign of strength. I can assure you of that. It's talking about what you're going through and being open. If people judge you, excuse my friends, screw them, right? It's people who care that you need to listen to. It's people who want to listen and want to help you. And in the world that we live in, there will be only a few of those people. So don't look at having 1,000 followers. Don't look at having 1,000 people to talk to. If you've got one, that is fantastic. And if you don't, you have Samaritans that you can call. There's over 21,000 volunteers that are willing to listen to you talk. So pushing on to that, in light of what I prepared, the path to a better world begins with me and you. Genuinely does. The path to you being a better person begins with you. Why we did this is because I truly believe every single person, your life means something. Not for yourself only, but for the next person. And also for the people whose names you might not never know. Your life might make a difference in how you live it, in the things that you share on social media, in the messages that we portray to each other. A key thing for us, and I want you guys to understand, because some of you guys is the first time being at any of our events, I want you guys to understand why Miint, why Miint Talks. When we began this, the core thing, it's a phrase I heard from a movie, it's called moral fiber, which is the ability to make the right decision. And sometimes the right decision is a tough decision to make, but that's what moral fiber is. And when we started this, the biggest thing for us was, we have to provide people with value. We have to create a platform where people will get value no matter what. It's not about me. I'm completely irrelevant. Anybody else who stood up here, very relevant, but they are relevant is the information that you get that is relevant. So with us with moral fiber, it's about doing the right thing. And some of the times it's difficult choices, it's sacrifices that you have to make to do the right thing. And if you want to live a good life, I'd recommend, incorporating some moral fiber in your day-to-day being as a part of your character, who you are as a person. The ability to do the right thing. It is very easy to be a good person because we all know what it takes to be a good person. But then you have to make a decision subconsciously and consciously every day to be that good person. Not just for your own good, but for the good of people around you. The world will give you back so much more when you give it so much more as well. So that's why when we talk about be more and do more, by you becoming and investing time alone, understanding who you are, using different resources that are available, you can actually do more. And that contribution that you make, the world will reward you with what you do. So when it comes to overcoming mental health, it begins with each one of us. It's not only in our best interest to learn how to deal with these issues in the conversation, but it's in the best interest of those around you, in the best interest of your family, and people whose names you will never know. If you don't become the best version of you, I promise you the world is suffering. We are going to suffer. There's people that are missing out on the gifts that you have inside of you. And this is not just some crazy speech I'm just saying to motivate people. I genuinely believe it. And if no one's told you this, I believe in every single person in this room right now. And you should believe in yourself too. You've got so much talent, so much abilities. The reason I know this is because I grew up being average. Literally. I probably look at myself, sometimes I wonder, people say to me, you're smart, I'm like, I'm probably the dumbest person alive. I wasn't smart as a kid. I genuinely couldn't find what my talents were. But I just invested time alone and I learned. And I think the best ability we have is to learn. So when it comes to mental health issues, there's a lot that we can cover, but some of it comes from self-value and self-worth. So if you're not happy with who you are right now, just understand you can learn, you can adapt, you can change. That's the biggest key thing for any human being. We have the choice to change. Other creations don't. We do. So you can change, you can become better, you can learn, you can become stronger. And then this is where leadership comes in. When I'm talking about people and I'm saying your life means something, it's leadership. For me, a lot of different problems, because we're going to share this content on social media, and the biggest impact for us is to not only educate ourselves, but educate younger people. Because I was in a situation recently where a younger member of my family was contemplating suicide and reached out to me, and I didn't know what to do. Like, the scariest part for me is I didn't know how to deal with it. I knew how I dealt with it myself when I was going through it, but I didn't know how to help him. That's what scared me enough to decide, okay, well, we need to reach out and get professional help. And our platform, we want to make it diverse, because one of the key things I learned is, and I figured this, is that the same problems that anybody from different cultures are going through, I think we all go through the same problems, irrespective of where you're from. And when I sat down and had a conversation with Mary, and I was telling her, she goes, so, talk to me a little bit about your community. And I was like, in my community, you can't talk about mental health issues. If you talk about it, they think you're possessed, or you need to see a pastor, right? And this is no joke. Like, we can joke about it, but this is true. The response is, let's go to church. Let's go and pray. I need normal support, not just spiritual, but I need personal support. I need somebody there. And that's the response in our community. And when I spoke to Mary about it, she told me that not so long ago in Ireland, that was the same, where Irish people couldn't talk about mental health. And it was a thing that was overlooked, that if you spoke about it, it's like you're sinning by saying you're depressed or you've got mental health issues. And that's what our culture's going through right now. So for me, it makes sense that, we integrate everybody, and integration will help you massively, because we're all going through different problems. It doesn't matter where you're from. We can all solve the problem by coming together. And I think a lot of people, you would have seen that already from the content that was given from each person that was sitting here already. So the biggest key part for me is leadership comes in, Leadership is not just simply standing on a stage and speaking. It's not being called to speak somewhere. It's not running a Fortune 500 company. It's not being a manager. Leadership starts for yourself, in your home. That's where leadership begins. Some of us here are young people, so there's going to be young parents. Whoever's watching this, they're going to grow up to be parents. Some of us are parents already. And I think the biggest thing as a parent, you have to protect your child. And you have to create a safe environment where your child can speak to you about whatever problem he is going through. I was happy that my cousin reached out to me, but I was unhappy the fact that he couldn't reach out to his own parents to come to me. What if I wasn't available? Where would he go then? So in our homes, if you've got brothers, you've got sisters, you've got to create an environment where they can talk to you. And it's tough in some families where you don't have that relationship where you don't even say I love you to your parents. We had that growing up. It's only a couple of years that I was like, you know what, I'm going to tell my mum I love her. I think we've suffered enough that I need to tell her I love her. Right? And no joke, because we always grew up, it was kind of like, yeah, when you're going somewhere, okay, I'm going to miss you, we pray, that is about it. But the word I love you was just actions, it was never spoken. But it helps because then I don't have to go and seek that elsewhere eternally when we have it at home. So really I encourage you guys and anybody who's here, you're going to be a father someday, if you're not already, you're going to be a parent someday, you're a brother right now, you're a son. Create an environment for your child to be safe, create an environment for people around you to be safe. No matter what is going on, they need to come to you. They need to be able to speak to you and say, look, I'm in trouble right now, come help me. You know, and they have to know that you can help them. Where I think a lot of young people are lost and a lot of lives are lost is because we don't have that safe place to go. And really I hope with this event today we can create make a movement in that direction. So the youth need support systems more than ever. We live in a social media age, which, you know, as we talked about, people pretend everything is good and you kind of have to put that front up. You don't have to. You can break free from that. You can. Use your own will. You have a choice to make. And it's about the choices that we make which ultimately lead to the lives that we live or create. Step away from it. Create your own life. Really, it's tough. I'm still dealing with it right now. I'm still trying to get out the whole social media aspect now. I still battle with certain things I see on social media and not spending too much time on it. So it's a battle that I can't say right now, yeah, we're going to win it by the end of this day. It's something that we're going to continue to fight. It's a fight that we have to keep fighting, but we can win. You have strength. You have true strength inside of you. Each person does. We just have to keep working towards that. So, you know, and I think that's the biggest thing for us, to understand different seasons. Sometimes there's summer and sometimes you have winter. Social media only has summer. It's the best place to go if you want to get a tan. But, you know, in real life there are winters. And the winters are tough, and sometimes you just have to tough it out. You genuinely have to battle through it and go through it. When I was going through personal things, two key phrases, and I hope this sticks with you. My brother told me pain is not punishment, it's education. It's an opportunity for you to learn, to grow. You're being taught to seek for the lesson in whatever you're going through. Whatever the situation, no matter how hard your situation is. And I like what Samaritan said, we're not here to solve the problem, we're here to help you cope with it, understand it. So by investing that time, you can understand whatever you're going through personally, and ultimately it will help you grow. Another aspect of it is, you know, the strongest people get the toughest fights. So if you're going through something very tough, it's because you're very, very strong. No matter how bad it beats you down, as long as it doesn't overcome you and you don't surrender, you can become a better person, you can come out on the other side of it, and you will be much, much stronger. And that's the key thing. So to wrap it up shortly for you guys, you know, our lives are not our own. They're very much not our own, but a symbol, a beacon of hope for other people to thrive. It's a modern runway for higher accomplishment, not just for you, but for other people as well. I genuinely believe that I'm inspired by other people, not me. I'm inspired by other people every day. And it's not celebrities, it's people that I talk to on a day-to-day basis. It's the manager in the office who's there for you, who's giving you that support, who's giving you that guidance. It's the company that cares, it's the friendships, the friends that care about you truly, the people that invest in you, the people that give you advice and help you to thrive. Those are the people that inspire me because their lives are an inspiration to me. And again, it's okay to not be okay. And this only works. The whole aspect of it's okay to not be okay only works when you surrender. When you surrender and accept that, okay, I'm not okay right now. And to do that, you know, I learned something. My father taught me something when I met him a while ago. He said, he showed me a piece of paper. He said, what can you see? He put it sideways. He said, what can you see? And I was sitting at that side. And I said, I can see the design on that. He goes, can you see on the other side? And I said, no. And he said, what if I turn it sideways? Can you see both parts now? And I'm like, yes, I can see both parts. What he said to me was, you know, when you resist something, you're creating friction. When you fight your emotions, you're creating friction. And it's taking a lot more energy out of you. And in that situation, you can't really see. But when you turn yourself sideways, it just flows by. And sometimes you have to let it flow. You just have to let your feelings flow. Don't fight it. Let it flow. You watch the emotions come in and you watch them go out. And you let them go. You don't hold on to them. You don't hate them. They just are what they are. And sometimes you go through the emotions. It's just a normal part of human being on a day-to-day basis. So don't fight it. Let it go. Let it go. Don't hold on to negative things. So just to kind of wrap up on that, I wrote a poem, so if there's any poets in here, nobody judge me, please. It's my first time. Don't know what I was thinking. I don't drink alcohol, but I'll blame it on alcohol. So I called it one poem, and it's really, I hope it can summarize everything that has been said here today, and the whole aspect of be more, do more, and have more. And I really want you to drill that home. You know, when you think about it every day, I've got to be more, I've got to do more, I've got to have more. It can be personal. And one of the things I was told when you're writing down goals and what you want to achieve, don't say I want to save, you know, I want to stop world hunger if you want a Ferrari. If you want a Ferrari, say you want a Ferrari. It's not to stop world hunger. So be true to yourself and what you want to do. It's different people in the house here today. Different people have different goals. We're all normal people. We're all going through the struggles. And that's one of the things I loved about this. And the whole mental health month has been a strange one for me because I've realised, okay, I'm still dealing with things that I thought I dealt with, that I ignored. And it's tough sometimes, but having that communication helps. And I've been able to talk more about certain things that I've been through myself this month alone, so which has been, feel like a weight lifted off my shoulder. But going into my poem, one book can change your life. One book can destroy your life. One song can heal your heart, and one song can break your heart. Love makes you beautiful, and love makes you ugly. Knowledge brings answers, yet knowledge sometimes brings confusion. You are as right as you choose to be, and you're as wrong as you are. The road to life is not to be found, but it is to be created by you, internally. By trusting your voice inside and strengthening the place it resides, you become a modern runway for your soul to thrive. The secrets of life lie within the soul, and what is within the soul cannot be found outside. The journey to the deepest place reveals the deepest grace. Tough times are not meant to be rejected, but they're meant to be embraced. For in the tough times you become a better, beautiful version of yourself. And therefore, when we are broken, we have the opportunity to be healed and to become stronger and ultimately to put back better pieces than were there before. So in all of that, I just want to thank every single person for showing up today, and have a great day.
Felt like everyone here was talking to me. Like, I was just like, get out of my head. That was beautiful, thank you so much. So Tayem Mercer talked about the importance of talking about it. The ability to make the right decisions and do the right thing. The world will give you as much if you give it more as well. Be the best version of yourself. Learn and invest time in yourself. Self-value and become better. He also spoke about leadership and let it flow. Create a safe environment and create your own life. I just want us to take note of a certain day. This day is the reason why we are here today. This day is the reason why we can talk about mental health in a very open and safe environment. The 10th of October. Does anyone know what that day is? Really? No one? The 10th of October. That's World Mental Health Day. Thank you so much. You guys need to take note of that. That's the reason why it's safe for us to talk about mental health, and it's a safe environment for everyone to actually go out and seek help. So we're going to do the vote of thanks. Harmony Mercer. Thank you so much.
Okay, we had a challenge they started last month, right? Yeah, and within this challenge was to inspire somebody else. Can I just get Jason, Randy, Tayem, and Samantha, please? Come on. Okay, in this challenge, sorry, I can't see without. Okay, within this challenge, it was trying to inspire somebody else. It was a 30-second to a 1-minute video to just give somebody something to motivate them, because we get motivation from the people that we know. And sometimes your friend can literally inspire you to do something more about what's going on in your surrounding. And we just set out a challenge at €250. Somebody will post a video inspiring somebody else with a winner. We have a winner, and there was only actually one entry. But this is, sorry Samantha, You.
I entered.
Wait, that does not count. And Samantha, she inspires us on a daily basis. Like literally, the way we are, everything set up, she chases us every minute of the day. So it's like our agenda is literally based on Samantha. It's like, did you get this done? Did you get this done? So in that sense, you are a winner to us.
I thought
That's it. We had a winner, and unfortunately he can't be here. Something came up, but we have a winner, and we'll share a link to his video of what he actually is. His video was amazing, and he took the courage. He rang us, he said, I'm not comfortable doing this, but I want to inspire somebody else. And then once he posted that video, the amount of feedback, he kept bringing me, it's like, wow, people actually like what I posted. And people actually saying, like, this is what they needed, and I didn't know about this. And I was like, this is what we're trying to strive for. Try to give people close to you. Some people close to you don't know who you are. So, amazing for him. I wish he was here, but I'll share a link to his video, and everybody can see that. And once again, we appreciate everybody that came up. I know it's Saturday. Thank you so much for your attention, and I wish you all a good day. We're going to stick around for anybody who has questions. And once again,
Also, the panelists are here, so if you guys want to ask them questions before they run out, just hold them back.
Yeah, there's some extra material over there in terms of leaflets and things like that from Samaritans as well, so make sure you pick one up on your way out. But any questions, any feedback, we're all here. We're going to stick around for a bit. We're going to take some photos outside. Feel free. Beside our banner will help us out just to share it on social media and things like that. So once again, thank you guys.
So just to close up, what are the 3 words that I shared with you when we started? Sorry? I actually can't hear you guys. Thank you so much. Be more, do more, and have more. Thank you for coming to Miint Talks.